everyone, Spartan G Gaming here. This is Black Ops 4. Welcome to another gold camo unlocking video. And the gold camo I'm going to help you with today, guys, as much as I possibly can, is for the SDM sniper rifle. So anyone out there struggling with the SDM sniper rifle, I'm going to go through all of the camos with you guys. Some of them I'm going to talk about, some of them I'm going to show you, but this is very easy to get gold. You guys shouldn't struggle with this in the slightest, but if you do, as I said, I'm going to give you my perks, my attachments, a few little in-game tips to help anyone who may be struggling with getting this weapon to gold. So let's crack on with this. So to start with, we're going to need to get 100 headshots to unlock the first 9 camos up to the Red Tiger. Now, this is the only sniper rifle in its class that is going to require us to get 100 headshots. The other 3 snipers are going to require one-shot kills. But don't let the SDM that requires the headshots let us get us down. It is not like that at all, guys. It is very easy to get headshots. So let's get into this then. I'm going to give you my attachments and perks and a few in-game tips to help anyone with headshots, first of all, for the SDM. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I always believe that when going for headshots, the perfect sight can really help, okay? Now, I actually, from the very start, actually started to enjoy the standard zoom sight on this SDM. And I didn't really change it, to be honest, all the way through, apart from, obviously, you know, somebody saying, I think one of my subscribers, try, you know, the NVIR out, which I did. I didn't actually like it. But there are a few other attachments you can go for when it comes to the sight. Now, as I said, I went with the standard stock zoom sight, but you've got the dual zoom, you've got the holographic, you've got the threat detector, you've got the iron sights, and you've got the NVIR. Now, I haven't unlocked them yet because I have just prestiged the weapon up after getting it to gold. But it's up to you guys. You can choose whatever sight you prefer personally. Just because I go with the standard zoom sight doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to enjoy it. That's just what I enjoy. But I found headshots very easy with the standard zoom sight. You might want to give it a go yourself, see how you get on. But I loved it. Didn't need to change it. In regards to the attachments, I did go all the way along when I had it unlocked, when I got up through the weapon level, the high caliber. Now, the high caliber does increase damage to the head. You don't necessarily need to have this on, though, in hardcore mode. But, as we all know, you know, when I was doing this live streaming just yesterday, I was finding that sometimes the headshots were getting 2 hit markers and actually not getting a kill on the enemy. So putting high caliber on can help even in hardcore this year. As normally in hardcore, any Call of Duty game, we wouldn't need it. Hardcore would normally be enough, 1 bullet to the head and they would be dead. But high caliber I found really did help me. The only other attachment that I did experiment with was the FMJ. Now, I found as well, I mean, when you read the description, this is supposed to penetrate and destroys armor. So if an enemy has, you know, a body armor on, this can help to penetrate through that once it's through their body. So not just for headshots, but for kills later on, FMJ really did help me. But again, it is entirely up to you guys what you prefer. I didn't really find I needed the grip on at all. The recoil isn't really that great, so you don't really need to have that. I found when it comes to extended mags, you don't really need to have the increased ammo capacity. There was enough bullets in there to do whatever you needed to do. You can even get up to a merciless and still have plenty of bullets left, so you don't really need the extended mags. But again, it's up to you if you want to give them a go. We've got the grip 2. Again, I didn't really find that you know, I needed any of these grips, even though they do sound pretty good, because this one actually, the grip 2, does reduce your flinch when aiming down the sight as well. So that could potentially help, but again, I found I never needed it if you're going to take it into hardcore mode like I did. But it's up to you if you want to take it into core mode. Again, that might help a little bit more better in core mode. But any one of these, the only other one I would say what I would normally have used, especially when keeping the standard zoom sight on here, maybe would have been the stabilizer. I did use that on a few occasions and that was very, very good. It really helps stabilize when you aim down that zoom sight. I wouldn't recommend it, for an example, if you've got the iron sights on or something like that. You know, it's just not going to work properly. Okay, but again, laser sight, that can help me. One thing I did notice about this particular weapon while doing it live was the fact how good it is at hip fire. It is amazing at hip fire. So maybe if you find that you want to do a bit more hip firing, go on the run rather than hold back at a certain distance. You know, because you can actually go on the run with this SDM sniper. It's brilliant. It is, in a way, a bit like an assault rifle. The more faster you're going to press your trigger, the fire rate will keep up with you and you will drain those bullets out quicker than you can actually think for a sniper. It is an amazing sniper rifle, this one. But it's up to you guys. There are plenty of attachments there to choose from, but I stuck with the FMJ, and the high caliber, and I actually never changed them all the way through, just apart from maybe having a stabilizer on, as I said, just to give it a go. And it worked wonders, but then I went back to the high caliber and FMJ. And in regards to the perks, I ran with Engineer. We had Lightweight. Surprisingly, I put Gung Ho on because I did like to go on the run with this, and it works. It's brilliant. It's like an assault rifle rather than a sniper, like I said. We've got the Ghost on and Team Link. Now, I found I never changed them at all. They stuck with me all the way through. And I found the job with the headshots to start with, and then when it got onto the technical camo challenges, very easy indeed. It only took me about an hour and a half in total to get the 100 headshots. So, like I said, it is so easy. Hopefully you guys won't struggle with that. Other than the perks that I said and the attachments that I had on when going for headshots, the only other thing I would say is just make sure that when you're going for headshots, aim at the opposition head. If you aim at the body after sprinting, it's not going to be a headshot, okay? But you've got to make sure, you know, get some kind of distance back that you prefer and actually aim at the enemy head. If you're going to aim at the enemy head, it may take you a couple of shots to get it in, even in hardcore mode. As I said, sometimes we get hit markers even with FMJ on and the high caliber. But drain those bullets out, get that fire rate working for you, aim at the head, and you shouldn't struggle with the headshots. I was averaging, I think, maybe anywhere between about 5 to 12 every single game. So shouldn't really take you that long, as I said. Let's move on to the technical camo challenges now. So the roller rink, 10 long shot medals in the SDM. Now the long shots with the sniper rifle are really not that hard, okay? I got 7 of my headshots all in one game of the firing range map. Now, I was in team deathmatch, playing the firing range map, and believe it or not, even though that is kind of a small map, there are some locations on there, quite a few actually, that you can actually just rack up your long shot kills. But just keep your distance back as much as you possibly can. Keep your back to the end of the map if you can, or the outside of the map. Just get a great vantage point where you've got a good distance in front of you. And there are several locations, as I said, on the firing range map, and that shouldn't really cause you a bother at all. So hopefully you guys will do that nice and easily, as I did. Okay. The Mother of Pearl. Now, this one here, the 50 kills with the SDM without any attachments equipped, and the Purple Hex get 50 kills with the Optic and 5 attachments. It's up to you what order you do them in, but I would recommend to do the Purple Hex first, especially if you're in the process of prestiging your weapon up. Now, I always do this one first because once I've then got the 50 kills with the Optic and the 5 attachments, I will then prestige my weapon up, and then I will do this challenge without the attachments. Now, when it comes to these two, the 50 kills with the attachments and Optic and 50 kills without any attachments, you will notice a vast difference in the performance of your weapon and your gameplay. It's not as balanced and as good and as confident as it was when you had your attachments and your perks all on. But you've got to stick with it, guys. You will die quite a few times. Obviously, when you haven't got any perks on because you're doing the 50 kills without attachments, you're going to be seen on the map no end of times, and you're going to wonder why you're dying lots. But remember, it's because you're going for these challenges. They're there to make it tough for us, and then they are there to be actually, you know, hard. So you've got to just bear with it for that 100 kills in total with either one you're doing first. But again, that shouldn't really cause you any bother, apart from a few games where you're dying a few times and it's just annoying, but stick with it, guys. You'll get there easy. Now, the Penthouse. Get 2 rapid kills 5 times with both kills coming from the SDM. Now, I was doing quite a few of the double rapid kills in the live stream that I did in the first video, part 1 I had of the SDM Sniper. Very easy. I would recommend to keep the same setup as I've already shown you before. You don't really need to change that at all. Keep those perks on, keep the attachments. If you want to try something else, as I said, guys, that's entirely up to you. But you've got to try and work your way up to the enemy spawns. Now, where I got most of my double rapid kills was on the Hacienda map. I was playing team deathmatch, a bit of kill confirmed every now and again, just swapping it up, switching it about. And both of those game modes, kill confirmed and team deathmatch, in that Hacienda map, if you can get that, the end I'm talking about is the little room with the 2 doors in front of you where the enemy can spawn, where there's kind of like a few cars outside the back, okay? And they'll spawn from there, they'll come running through the door. If you sit roughly where the door is, I mean, I've shown you many times in the live feed, guys, where that little place is. Hopefully you can remember. But it's in the Hacienda map. Sit in the doorway, look out onto where the enemy spawn out in front of you, out to the courtyard, where the cars are, and they will flock towards that door coming into the building. You've just got to pick them off, and that's a good place to get double kills. But you can get double kills on any map, guys. I'm just saying that was the one that I got most of them from. But you've just got to get yourself up into the enemy spawns, and double rapid kills really shouldn't be all that bother. Now, the Spectrum. Get 5 kills without dying 5 times. Now, I keep referring to this as Bloodthirsties because over the years, this is what, we've always known this challenge to be. But it's 5 kills without dying 5 times. Now, I'm just going to confirm for anyone who's still not in the know about this, but when you come to this challenge, you can actually, for example, get 4 kills with your SDM sniper. So you're 1 away with the kill from your SDM to getting the 5 kills without dying. But then, you've got a kill with your score streak, we'll say, or you've got a kill with your barricade or your razor wire, or you've got it with your mesh mine, depending on what specialist character that you're using. It doesn't matter. You'll get your Bloodthirsty medal appear once you've got a kill with another bit of equipment or your score streak. But as long as you then still go on to get that last 5th kill with all them 5 kills coming from your weapon, it will still count as the 5 kills without dying. So you can get kills in between this year. It really doesn't matter. They have kind of made it a little bit confusing this year, but I quite like that because, like I said, getting the Bloodthirsty was always fairly easy anyway, but they've now made it so that, you can actually get kills with score streaks, with specialist equipment, that kind of thing. But still, as long as you're getting 5 kills with the sniper, that's all it's going to need to get count. Now, these were quite easy, guys. They really were. Bloodthirsties, I got out of the way in about maybe, I suppose, about an hour's worth of gameplay. I had to end the live stream, if you remember, yesterday, and then I did it all by myself. But like I said, I got 3 in like 3 games, and yeah, it was so easy. I'm going to show you now, guys, the 3 last Bloodthirsties that I got before I unlock the gold camo. So I'm going to do that now, guys, so you can see the moments where I got those Bloodthirsties, how I got them. Now, the first map that you're going to see is the Militia map. Now, again, you can camp at the back of the map where I am here, where you can see me getting the kills from if you want to, or you can go on the run. As I said, going on the run, keeping on the move with this SDM is quite capable of doing that. It is a very, very good sniper. It is like an assault rifle. It's really great. And as long as you're pressing your trigger quick, the fire rate will come out as fast as you're prepared to trigger. So it is amazing. It really is. But sitting at the back of the map here can get you 5 kills very easily. And it's up to you if you want to do that yourself. This is just one map that is great for doing that. You've got a great vantage point as well. Sometimes at the back of this map, you can actually get some long shots. But again, it's entirely up to you. You can get Bloodthirsties on any map. Obviously, the only thing you've got to try and prevent in the meantime is not dying in between the 5 kills that you're trying to get with the SDM. Other than that, keep looking at your map when you have one. It depends on if you're playing cool mode or hardcore. But anyway, the next map I'm going to show you guys where we got the next Bloodthirsty. This was from the start of the actual game. Was on the Payload map. Now, again, you can do it like the way I'm now going to show you if you wish. It's entirely up to you. Where I'm kind of running from my spawn. And right from the start of the game, and I'm heading up towards the enemy spawn that I believe is ahead of me. Along the way, we're getting kills. And again, you can actually get some fairly decent kills like this on the move. It really is great, the SDM sniper. And that is one way how you can get another great Bloodthirsty kill. I always call it Bloodthirsty. I love calling it Bloodthirsty, but 5 kills without dying. The last map I'm now going to show you, okay, is on the Frequency map. Now, the Frequency map is a great map again for getting kind of Bloodthirsties, Mercilesses. And again, you can be a little standoffish if you want. You can actually camp around. It's entirely up to you how you go about these 5 kills without dying. Or you can just keep on the move. I always find keeping on the move is a little bit more better to get Bloodthirsties this year round rather than camping and sitting back. For some reason, with this fog of war, it's not helping us get 5 kills without dying this year. So you've got to be careful with that new mini-map system that Treyarch have developed with the fog of war. We are easily being seen, which is why I have Team Link on. Okay, so Team Link will help with that fog of war system to keep you protected a little bit more than not being seen. Okay, so that was my Bloodthirsties, guys. So I hope you've kind of got some tips off that. But I thought I'd just show you the Bloodthirsties there, as I didn't show them in the live stream. But that actually was what I needed to get there. I left the Bloodthirsties till last to get the gold camo for the SDM sniper. So I hope I've helped you today, guys, in some way to try and give you my tips and my equipment, my perks and attachments into getting this to gold camo. Hopefully a few of my tips have helped you as well, especially when getting the Bloodthirsties and the headshots. But it really is an amazing sniper rifle. You guys, when you come onto this, if you haven't got it to gold yet or haven't even used it yet, you're going to love this when you get onto it. It is amazing. This is my preferred sniper rifle, I think, in any Call of Duty game. But anyway, guys, hopefully you found the video helpful today. Please don't forget, if you have enjoyed the video, to like, and please don't forget to subscribe for more Black Ops 4 content coming every single day. I'm now going to move on to the Paladin sniper rifle. We're going to get that to gold, and as soon as I've made it gold, guys, I'm going to be showing you how I did it. And hopefully I can help you to get that gold as well. But thank you so much for your support, guys. I really do appreciate you watching today. And take care of yourselves, and hopefully I will speak to you soon, guys. Take care.